Good morning. Well, today sees the start of what I'm calling MOT fail fight back, where we try and get the bike back to a place where it will pass the MOT as opposed to failing it, which it did a couple of weeks ago. Now, as you'll know if you've watched any of my previous videos, the reason it failed the MOT, according to the garage, was the a simple thing first was the front headlights and the rear brake light weren't working properly. The lights were on, but they weren't functioning properly. Now that probably means it's just the cheap LEDs that I bought a year and a half ago, because it passed the last MOT, so I guess the LED bulbs I put in have just degenerated. So what we're going to do is replace those. I probably won't film that because I've done headlight replacement before, bulb replacement, and the tail light. All you're basically doing is taking out two screws and remove the cover and change the bulb. So I'm sure, I'm sure you're all perfectly capable of doing that without me showing you how to do it. So that's the first part of the job today. The second part, it gets more interesting because we're going to have to remove the swing arm and the gears to inspect that, and also get it apart, have a look at it, and then prepare hopefully for replacement parts. For that, I'm going to have to remove the variator, the clutch, I'm going to have to remove the rear wheel, I may have to remove probably the exhaust to get at the rear wheel, and then actually unbolt the swing arm, and part of that involves taking a bolt out that is one of the ones that supports the engine into the frame. So that gets a little more interesting. We'll video that as I can and show you what I'm doing, and hopefully by the end of today we'll have the swing arm off, we'll have the gear block off, and we can start having a look and see what's actually inside it, and see if the wear the garage is talking about is evident, and what has happened there. So that's today's plan. I'm not quite sure how this video is going to pan out because it just depends how things work out as I go along, but we shall update as it happens, and I'll film as much as I can. So anyway, this should be interesting. As I always say, I'm not a mechanic. Have I ever taken a swing arm off before? No. I've taken the back wheel off once before. That's as much as I've done. That was to clear the brake out a few months ago. So it's all new to me. I've got my impact wrench, we've got the tools and things I think I need to do it, we've got, pry bars, that sort of thing. So we're okay for taking the stuff off, but I'm not a mechanic, I've never done this before, so these videos are kind of amateurish videos just to show you what it's capable of doing, and for anyone who's got a zoomer or a small bike like this, who's nervous of tackling these jobs, just to show you that it can be done, and you can do it if you want to do it. The garage, as you know, quoted me £1,000 to do these repairs. £1,000. Now, if I can get this done myself, get the parts inexpensively, I will reckon I'll have saved at least £600 to £700 if we can get it through the MOT. So that's the plan. Okay, so we'll see what's ahead. It's unknown to me as it is to you at the moment, but as always, thanks for watching, and coming up we're going to go down, have a look at the bike, and we're going to start taking parts off. Okay, so here we are today. We're going to change the bulbs in the headlights. We're going to change the bulb in the rear light, and then we're going to have to remove this whole area here and take all this off, because this is where your gear area is, round the back here. So this is all going to come off. Now, as you can see, I don't have my own garage to work on. This is a communal area. Most people keep the push bikes and prams and things in here, so space is a little bit tight, but we're going to crack on anyway. Okay, so that's the clutch and the variator off. What I'm doing is I'm just keeping them safely in plastic bags here, so all the bits are together with their individual components, so when we put it back again, hopefully there's not going to be any serious cock-ups. So that's that side off. Now we've got to get the wheel off and probably loosen the exhaust or take that off as well. Okay, so now we're just removing the exhaust bolts under here. I don't know if you can see this, I've taken one off there, you'll see. The other one is here somewhere, if I can find it with my camera. Maybe I can't, but it's under, it's tucked right in there, but it is easy enough to get at, unlike trying to film it and hold it at the same time. You see it there. Anyway, that's one off, both bolts off just to release the exhaust. Okay, so that's the exhaust off. I've just cable tied it onto the frame just now because I just need to get access to get the back wheel off. This connector here holds the O2 sensors are swinging to get popped out, so rather than fiddle about with it, I've just cable tied it on and we'll take the back wheel off now. Okay, well, as you can see, one swing arm removed. Relatively, I say relatively straightforward. You're probably going to need an impact gun, or it's going to take two of you to get the long bolt that runs through the bike out. I took this off with an impact, but obviously you can't try and untighten one end because the other end turns. So you'll either need somebody to put a socket at the other end, or you need an impact. There's one bolt up in here, which is you have to drop the engine for slightly. You can't get to it otherwise. But really, if you just take that bolt out, I've propped the bike up on my little jacks, which have done a fantastic job. They're just exactly what I needed, which allows the engine just to drop enough to get to that last bolt, and that's the swing arm off. Now, one thing I've done, which is probably a bit more OTT than I need to, I've actually numbered every bolt and photographed them as they came off, so I will be able to get them back on again, hopefully in the right order. I don't know how easy getting it all back together is going to be, but the important thing is it's off, and we can now take it apart and have a look at this gear shaft in there and see what the problem is. Okay, final thing I've done is just slide this bolt back through just to support the engine, because I'm going to have to back it up into my space with no rear wheel on and no bolts in it much, and leave it until we get this bit fixed. So hopefully this will all hold together. I'm going to stick a cover over it so nobody pokes around with it, and with a bit of luck we can get it back together again. That'll be the tricky part, of course. Okay, so that is taking off the swing arm.